All right, welcome back to class. In the previous section, I showed you the difference between bills, entered bills, and paying of bills, right? Okay, let me highlight again. Enter bills, you can use the enter bills to record any bills you want to track. That's any payment that is outstanding that you want to start tracking. Okay, this services have been rendered, this product has been supplied, but it has not been paid for yet. So I want to start tracking it. Note also that you can use this one too to enter bills for inventory items, right? You can use it to enter bills for inventory item. All you need to do is select the item. All you need to do is to select the let's say item. When you select the item, you now enter the quantity of the item. Once you enter the quantity of the item, you select the vendor. Once you select the vendor, it will now bring out all the outstanding balances between all the transaction history between you and that vendor, and you see that all this. So let's say we are entering this bill on the, let's say this bill, I'm just trying to change the date. Let's say this bill is on the 8th, right? Let's say this bill is on the 8th, so the due date is going to be 17. But let me say I want to change the due date should be on the 8th too. Because today is 7, of course, it's going to give you. So the time of the agreement, we can say due on receive. So once you put due on receive, this is a common option for discount. So the option for discount can only be active during making payment, when we are paying that bill. Okay, let me say, let me just leave the date to 7 here. If we pay that bill, whether we are going to see the changes. Let's say we're leaving it back to 7. The due date is 17 now. Okay, 7. Right, so when you do that, you just click save and close. So you can see you have changed the item, the terms of the agreement. Yeah, you can just go ahead and click. And when you do that, come to a bill tracker. You can see we have 2 bills. We have this and we have this. So this is, let's say we want to pay this. I want to see how we can apply that discount. Let's say we want to pay this immediately so that we can take advantage of that discount. So we are paying that. You tick it because you click on it immediately to check it. So that's what we want to pay. This you can leave it. Now let's come to this payment date and let's say okay, discount. Now how much discount are we receiving here? Let's say the discount here. So we want to take advantage. Remember, we want to take advantage of the discount because we are paying immediately. We receive or due on the receipt. So let's say we want to take this discount amount is 10,000. So discount account. So you have to. Now another thing you have to bear in mind is we have discount allowed and you have discount received. So discount account this is going to be like an income. It's not an expense. This is going to be income account for us. Yeah, it's going to be an income account. So we can say discount receipt, right? You can say discount receipt. I would like to put it under and the revenue account here. Let's say this. I'll put it as a sub account under revenue and say okay. So once you're done with that, you click okay. You can see the discount will be applied. The discount will be applied. You can see the balance has reduced here, and you now click pay selected. Then we have, that means you must be memorizing all these check numbers. Okay, the last one was 1005. Now the next one is beyond 1006. So you must know how to memorize all these check numbers, right? So there's a way you can do. You can let QUICKBOOKS to assign check numbers. Actually, you can let QUICKBOOKS to be doing that for you, right? All right. So just click OK. So once you do that, done. So once you do that, you can see that has been cleared and we have taken advantage of that discount, right? So that is what I wanted to show you in that, but that is not actually what we wanted to do in this section. So what we want to do in this section is how to record cash expenses or other kind of expenses again, rather than bills you track, like payments you make immediate, transportation costs, paying of like any cash expense, actually any admin cash expense. So that's what we're going to be looking at. So to do that, if you come to your banking section here, you see what we have. We have we have talked about the records. We have talked about the record deposit. We have not talked about reconciliation. We have not talked about write checks. We have not talked about registered checks. We have not talked about print checks. But this is what we are going to be looking at. We are going to be looking at write check. Write checks for an expenses that you have not entered as a bill. You have not, just the keyword there, you have not entered as a bill. That means any expenses you are making, any payment you are making that is going to be, that is cash payment immediately, you want to record it. You are not tracking it as a bill. When he talks about bill, is tracking, okay, this is the date that this bill was initiated, and this is the day the payment was done. So the simple time there is, bills are obligations you have not paid for. They are outstanding debts that you need to pay. While writing of check, if you are using write check in QuickBooks Online, what you see is expense. You see expense actually in QuickBooks Online. So this one you are seeing write check. So when you use this write check, you can see it from here, or you come to your banking section here and you also see write check. The shortcut is Ctrl W. It will still give you the same option. It will still give you the same output. So when you do that, okay, let's say you want to write check, and here it's not it is not necessary, it's not necessary that you must select the name of the vendor or whatever. All you need to do here is to know the account you're making the payment from. The account you're making the payment. If it's a cash transfer, if you have cash, petty cash account, if you're making the payment from your petty cash account, you now select from the petty cash account and make payment. If you're making from your you're making the payment from your bank account, you select the bank account you're making the payment from, right? So, and it is not mandatory. The vendor, the pay order is not actually mandatory. The pay order is just like, is it customer, is it vendor, because we have different pay orders. So this one is not actually important. It's not that important. So you can just say, okay. Now, another thing you should be aware of when you're making this payment is to know the account you're making the payment, know the account that is affected. So let's say we are paying for utility. Let's say we're paying for utilities. So what you need to do is to come here. It doesn't have a bill. Actually, even though the utility used to come with a demand notice, that's the bill, what you're going to pay. If you pay immediately, you can just write it off. But if you don't pay immediately, you can just go ahead and create bill and make that payment. So when you look at it, you select the account, select the date first, select the account, enter the amount. Let's say the amount is 5,000. This utility may be, this utility, let's say, is our electricity bill. Electricity, right? Let's say this is our electricity. Of course, electricity used to come with bill, but it is not necessary that you must track it as a bill because maybe once you receive that bill, you go and pay it immediately. So you can use this option to write it off immediately. So when you record that utility, now another thing you should know here is that you can record a couple of transactions at once. So let's say we have transportation. We have transportation costs. Let's say we have transportation, travel expenses, you can use it. Let's say you have transportation costs. You say, okay, travel to the office where you make this payment, or to the bank, you can say it's 100. You can say transportation. You can say transport to EEDC. That's electricity, Enugu State Electricity Distribution Company, right? So yeah, that is it. So once you do that, you can just say okay. So why you're seeing this minus 100 is because I have initially entered 5,000 here. So what I need to do, just balance it and put 100. So that's why. That's another thing. So that is how to record cash transaction, cash expense in QuickBooks. You use the write check option to record cash expense, right? So when you're done, you just click OK. So now let's look at it again. Let me just clarify you again. Write checks for an expense that you have not entered as a bill in QuickBooks or to be recorded as a cash transaction, right? That is why that is the only thing you can use write checks to do. So you record only cash transaction or bills you have not entered as a bill or transaction you have not entered as a bill already in QuickBooks. So that is it on how to record expenses. So we have now seen how to enter expenses manually we have seen how to enter expenses for cash transactions, and we did that manually. So you can also feed your bank you can also use your bank fees to track expenses actually automatically. This is going to be more effective if you want to see how that is done. It's going to be more effective when you are using QuickBooks Online. That is when it will be more effective. It will be more effective when you're using QuickBooks Online. You now link your bank account with your QuickBooks account. It will automatically debit and credit transaction in your QuickBooks for you. All you need to do, if you set the mapping where you know what is an expense, you know what is debit and what is so you just categorize it like that. So when you do that, it will automatically fit. So that is where that can be more effective. But for now, I think we are done with this class. We are rounding up this class. And payroll 2 is a whole different level altogether. Though we can do it in QuickBooks, but we have different processes, we have different configuration. It's another level of accounting on its own. So I will not disturb you for that. I'll not disturb you. So the next thing we are going to be doing is how to do bank reconciliation, and which is going to be done in our milestone project, because we're going to be doing it practical. We're going to see how to do bank reconciliation during our milestone project, right? So once you do that, you're going to see how to reporting and how to generate report. Anyway, in this, let me just do how to generate reports in this class. Let me just do it at once. How to generate reports in this class. So if you go back, let's say if you go back, we want to generate profit or loss statement. So you just go to your reports, you come to your company financials, you come to profit and loss standard. Once you do that, you have your profit or loss. Let's say this profit or loss is from November 11, November 1st to November 7th. This is what we have from this period of time. You can see this is profit or loss. And I can choose to extract it to Excel. We can choose to extract it to Excel. Now, let's say we want to generate let's say we want to generate sales report only. Let's say sales report. Now this is our sales report from 1st to 7th. This is the sales report. Now these are basically where you can see all the types of reports you may need. You can say you want to tax accountants and every report you are looking for. Actually, this is where you're going to find it. So it is now left for you to decide which account you're going to do. So as you keep on following as you keep on staying in this our community group, you will have access to a lot of things, because we are going to be updating this information. So you're going to any new thing we come across in QuickBooks, or anything that has to affect your business, how to treat it, we're going to do it in QuickBooks. So we're also going to do, for a more advanced levels, we're going to look at how to do budgeting and forecasting in QuickBooks, and how to measure our performance against our budgeting. So all these are where you can get your reports and any other kinds of report you want in QuickBooks. So thank you for joining our class, and I would like you to comment and show and express your opinion, or how you feel about the class. Was it educative? Was it interactive? Was it sweet? Was it nice? Was it explanatory? Did you understand it? Do you need clarification on anything? If so, then you can reach out to us on the community group where we have, so we can clarify you and give you more educations on what to do, or where you're finding it difficult, right? Thank you very much. I still remain myself, Mba Ikechukwu Omona, and by God's grace, we are still going to be seeing each other. Yeah, we're still going to be seeing each other. Seeing each other means we're still going to be communicating, right? And we're still going to be communicating, and we'll still continue to learn from each other. See you whenever I see you. Thank you. God bless you.